Welcome back to Making the Madness on YouTube. We've got the game of the weekend. It is Gonzaga against Iowa. It's going to be a fun matchup. It's in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Pentagon. Uh, it's just going to be a fun game. We've got the two best offenses in college basketball. You can argue who's one, who's two, but you've got the two best offenses. You've got arguably the two best centers in the sport, Luka Garza, Drew Timme. You've got some great shooting backcourts. It's gonna be fun. We've got a game.
Yeah, definitely. Iowa or Gonzaga rather has been paused for 10 days or so. I think they're coming out of quarantine, or maybe they're out now. But they were coming out pretty soon before the game. This will be their first game out, so they could struggle a little early, and I wouldn't be surprised. But I do think this will be a fun game. The number one offense against the number two defense, and Ken Palm has it ranked that way also. Gonzaga is ranked 15th on Ken Palm in defense, and Iowa is ranked 76th in defense. This is just a bad matchup for Iowa, in my opinion, because UNC wasn't a team that can keep up with them. But UNC played solid at times. But Gonzaga is a team that can not only keep up with them, they can outscore them. I think Gonzaga is a better offensive team because they just have more weapons, in my opinion. I don't think Jordan Bohannon's going to go out shooting like he did against UNC every night. Joe Wieskamp, same thing. CJ Frederick definitely can. And Luka Garza is probably going to do really good because Drew Timme's not a great defender. Those two will probably drop 35 on each other. But I just think overall you have more with Gonzaga. You have Andrew Nemhard, who's going to come off the bench probably still. Anton Watson's going to start, but he won't play starter minutes. And I think we might see a little bit of Umar Ballo in this game trying to defend Luka Garza. I don't know if we'll see a ton of it, but I think we could see a little bit of it. But the guard play for Gonzaga, just experience. They know what they're doing. They can make plays for themselves and for others. They're not stationary guys like C.J. Frederick and Joe Wieskamp that have to get someone else to find them their shot. All of Gonzaga's guys can find their own shot and set up other guys. Drew Timme's fantastic at it. He can set up others. There's a lot to like with Gonzaga, and I just think they're a better team.
Yeah, I like Gonzaga winning this game as well. I'm fascinating to watch the Drew Timme versus Luka Garza matchup. I think those two players are very similar. They're very crafty inside. They're you know not overly athletic. They're not really all that great defensively, but they score the ball, they rebound the ball at such a high rate. And I think that's going to be a matchup where I think it's probably going to be played pretty evenly, close to a draw. Give the matchup advantage to Iowa there, but 1 through 4, I give the rest of the advantage all to Gonzaga because you just look at this Gonzaga team. They've got Jalen Suggs, projected top 5 lottery pick, superstar, fantastic freshman. He's better than anyone. He's better than Jordan Bohannon. No offense, Jordan Bohannon. Jalen Suggs is better than you. Joel Ayayi, I think he and Wieskamp are very similar players. They're both, long, athletic guards that can shoot the three at a really high rate. You've got Corey Kispert, who's kind of similar molded player, and CJ Frederick. Those are kind of similar players, but I think Gonzaga's players there are at least better. And then depth-wise, Gonzaga also has the advantage. You bring Andrew Nemhard off the bench, that's just ridiculous. So while I think Garza's a little bit better than Drew Timme, I would say the rest of the rotation fills out quite nicely for Gonzaga. Very similar matchup, just Gonzaga has more talented, more athletic players, and I think that's a huge advantage for them.
Yeah, definitely. I just think the athleticism, like you said, is much in the favor of Gonzaga, and that'll probably be the difference maker in this one.
Yeah, and whatever the over under is, give me the over, and then keep giving me the over. This game's gonna be Iowa. I think could lose by 20 and still score 100.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
This has NBA type scoring game written all over it.
Yeah, this could be in the 200 total range for sure.
Yeah, so give me the over. Give me Gonzaga. I think they'll win by like 12, 13 points, something along those lines.
Yeah, I agree. I think they'll win double digits probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think I would probably compare it to like the Kansas Gonzaga game where like it's close for a while, but then Gonzaga just ultimately pulls away.
Yeah, definitely. I just think overall was just too bad of a team defensively, and Gonzaga is just so much better defensively. That's part of what's going to make this a difference maker in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Offensively, both squads are elite. Defensively, Gonzaga can get stops.
Yep, absolutely.